morning, I am Prarambha Dhal. Let's begin with the main stories. Lawmakers of ruling and opposition parties resort to physical resistance in parliamentary meeting. Medical education bill fails to get endorsed yet again. Appointment of office bearers in Constitutional Council remain non-transparent. Failure to abide by criteria and qualification revealed. Government-appointed human rights group in Zimbabwe accuses soldiers of using systematic torture in a crackdown on protests. And an aircraft carrying Argentine footballer Eliana Sala goes missing. Search operation currently underway. Incident shocks global football community. Let us now begin with the latest national political updates. The medical education bill has failed to get registered at the parliament due to the protests from the main opposition Nepali Congress. The parliament turned almost like a battlefront yesterday as the ruling side forced filing the bill, while the opposition lawmakers resorted to physically stop the ministers attempting to do so. The federal parliament meeting was adjourned twice yesterday due to resistance and later was deferred until Friday via a notice. The Nepali Congress lawmakers had picketed the rostrum after making their remarks in the first meeting. Meanwhile, the main opposition prioritized the issue of the government not keeping the hospitals in the names of Congress leaders under the jurisdiction of the federal government more than the breaching of the agreements forced with fast under their Dr. Govinda Kesi. Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mara adjourned the meeting for 15 minutes after the opposition lawmakers continued protesting. The lawmakers yet again resorted to resistance immediately after the speaker announced the resumption of the meeting, leading to its deferral until Friday. The situation had turned tense as the ruling and the opposition lawmakers went on to jostling each other while refusing to budge from their stances. The lawmakers of both the sides have, however, defined the situation in their own terms. The ruling side has insisted that the meeting failed to take place due to the obstruction posed against the speaker, while Nepali Congress has alleged that the speaker himself has been influenced by the government. Instead of resorting to mere blame game, analysts have termed that it was the weakness of both the sides in failing to accept each other. A meeting of the Constitutional Council held earlier this week had recommended chairpersons for 5 commissions, including National Natural Resources and Fiscal Commission. However, it has been revealed that no proper criteria were followed prior to the recommendation, let alone evaluating the applications for appointment in the commissions. The Constitutional Council on Sunday had recommended Balananda Podal as the head of the Fiscal Commission, Shantaraj Subedi for Inclusive Commission, Vijay Kumar Datta for Madheshi Commission, Vishnu Prasad Chaudhary for Tharu Commission and Samim Ansari for Muslim Commission. However, the Constitutional Council has not clarified the basis of selecting the candidates or how many applications it received in the first place. The Constitutional Council had given a week's time and called for applications to fill in the posts of chairman and members for 8 commissions on the 21st of August. However, the Council has yet to disclose the details of the candidates who had applied. Several criteria were formulated 7 years ago to ensure that the appointments made by the Constitutional Council would be transparent and trustworthy. The rule was, however, violated less than 2 years later when Lokman Singh Kharke was appointed the chief of the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority. Comparing the matter with regard to Kharke's appointment, analysts have termed the recommendations were made without proper considerations. Based on the regulations of the Constitutional Council, candidates that meet the qualifications, are honest and have high ethics can be recommended for a post at the Constitutional Council. However, the current modus operandi of the Constitutional Council has given the public a message that political prowess has overshadowed fair selection of candidates. The Parliamentary Hearing Committee is preparing to summon the Foreign Minister and the Foreign Secretary, citing that the recommendation of ambassadors was not inclusive. The committee unanimously endorsed the ambassadors recommended for Kuwait, Switzerland and Canada yesterday. The committee has, however, drawn the government's attention to abide by inclusiveness while recommending ambassadors in the future. All the 5 ambassadors recommended for the past 1 year belong to a single community and all of them are male. The committee has summoned the Foreign Minister and the Foreign Secretary, concluding that the government failed to abide by the norms of inclusiveness during the recommendation process. All the three ambassadors proposed at the Parliamentary Hearing Committee had pledged to help improve foreign investment, agriculture, tourism and trade by keeping economic diplomacy at the utmost priority. Meanwhile, the committee members had requested the ambassadors to present their work plan in terms of bringing in more foreign assistance in the country. All of the constitutional bodies have expressed reservations with the new state hierarchy approved by the government. Based on the new hierarchy, chief secretaries are ranked lower than the officials of the constitutional units. The constitutional units have warned the government's decision to put constitutional officials under civil service officials can affect the overall workflow. The government had renewed the state hierarchy 2 weeks back as the people's representatives had expressed reservations against the then state order. Based on the new order, the chief of a constitutional unit is ranked at the 8th place, while other officials of the constitutional units have been put at the 11th place. Meanwhile, Chief Secretary and the Chief of Army have been placed at the 9th position. The Civil Service Commission, Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority, Election Commission and National Human Rights Commission have expressed reservations, issuing a press release. In general, the Chief Secretary participates as the member at the meeting chaired by officials of the constitutional bodies. However, with the new order, the constitutional bodies have warned it can affect the working processes and the minimum standards of the meetings as well. Majority of the officials have stated the order was changed in a baseless manner and as per the suggestions made by the Chief Secretary. It is now time for a short break, but for more news, to stay with us. Police opened fire at a gangster before arresting him at Kathmandu's Gongobu yesterday evening. The arrestee is Avinash Tamang from Kavre, identified as a professional robber. The police fired at Tamang as he tried to confront the arrest by showing a weapon. Tamang has sustained injuries following the incident. The police has confiscated 6 rounds of bullets and a Chinese pistol from Tamang. Moving on, the reconstruction of Kasta Mandap that was damaged by the April 2015 earthquake has resumed. The reconstruction was obstructed due to the protest by the locals against the contract system of Kathmandu metropolis. Meanwhile, the locals themselves have moved forward the work so as to complete rebuilding Kasta Mandap in 3 years. They are reconstructing the site with the technical assistance of the Department of Archaeology and the financial assistance of Kathmandu metropolis. The ancient site will finally be getting its original structure after prolonged dispute and uncertainty. As per the scriptures found in the site, Kathmandu affirms the history of Kathmandu Valley to be older than the 7th century. The Department of Archaeology has anticipated the cost of 200 million rupees to reconstruct the 3-story structure of the site. It has already been 1.5 years since the local representatives were elected. In this context, we asked the locals in Kailali regarding the quality of service delivery. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
कर्मचारी भेटिन्न छन् हामीलाई यति दुःख छ हामी थाहा पाउन्नौं
जति हुनुपर्ने थियो त्यति चाहिँ जनताले आशा राखे अनुसार त भएको छैनन् अब अलिअलि बिस्तारै बिस्तारै भइराखेको छ अब जनप्रतिनिधि पनि नयाँ भएको हुनाले सिक्ने क्रममा होलान्
कछुवाको गतिमा हिँडेर हुँदैन अब अलिकति स्पिड चाहिँ बढाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ यो चाहिँ यसमा प्रदेश सरकार र खास गरेर नगरपालिका लगायत यो स्थानीय निकायहरूले चाहिँ प्रभावकारी भूमिका खेलोस्
जनप्रतिनिधि आइसकेपछि उहाँहरूलाई घचघच्याउन सजिलो भइरहेछ हैन अब किन भनौं ठाउँ ठाउँ धाइरहनु पर्थ्यो अहिले वडा कार्यालयमा गएर उहाँहरुसँग भन्दाखेरि उसरी काम त भइ नै रहेछ
जनप्रतिनिधिहरु भेटिनन् कता कता हुन्छन् एकजना चाहिँ अहिले हामी पनि सिफारिसको लागि आएको अहिले भेटिनु भएन
जनप्रतिनिधिहरू तमाम ठाउँमा चाहिँ आफ्ना सेवा सुविधा आफ्ना स्वकीय सचिव राख्ने तमाम खालका कुरामा चाहिँ बढी अल्झेको तर समाजका जनताको समस्यामा त्यति केन्द्रित भएको खासै सुनिएको छैन
जनताले जसरी अपेक्षा गरेका थिए त्यो अपेक्षा अनुसारको चाहिँ अझै सेवा प्रवाह गर्न सके अवस्था चाहिँ भइसकेको छैन
पहिले गाउँपालिका गाउँ विकास समितिको बस्दाखेरि धुलो माटो त्यही थियो त्यो हाम्रो वडा नम्बर 15 मा आज पनि धुलो माटो त्यही छ
घर घरमा सिंहदरबार भन्ने अब यहाँ आउँदाखेरिमा कोही कर्मचारीहरू पनि समयमा अब भेट खोजेको बेला नपाइने जनतालाई के अब त्यही त छ त्यस्तै छ अब ढिलासुस्ती काम भइरहेछ
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, why has the National Farmers Commission not been effective? Your options are A, not in priority, B, political interference, and C, inadequate budget. The voting is on. You can type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the sports news.
Sports News.
South Africa secured a 5-wicket win against Pakistan in the second one-day international to level the 5-match series at 1-all. Pakistan lost the toss and were put to bat first in the match played at Durban, where they were bowled out for 203 runs in 45.5 overs. With a poor batting display, Pakistan were 8 wickets down when their scorecard read just 112 runs. However, Sarfraz Ahmed and Hassan Ali featured in a 90-run partnership for the 9th wicket, which saved the Pakistani blusses to some extent. Pakistan lost wickets at regular intervals as opener Imamul Haq went out for just 5 runs. Fakhar Zaman scored 26, experienced all-rounder Shoaib Malik added 21, Sadaf Khan hit 18 runs, Babar Azam scored 12, while Mohammad Hafiz made his way back to the pavilion after scoring just 9 runs. However, Sarfraz and Hassan were calm to rescue the Pakistan innings. Hassan scored 59, while Sarfraz added 49 runs. Andil Felukwayo picked 4 wickets for South Africa. In reply, the Proteas chased the target of 204 runs in 42 overs, losing only 5 wickets. Henrik van der Dussen remained unbeaten at 80 runs, while Andil was not out with 69 runs. David Miller had scored 31 runs. Shaheen Shah Afridi picked 3 wickets for Pakistan. Now back to Nepalese news. The Nepalese national cricket team left Kathmandu for Dubai yesterday to take part in the series against the United Arab Emirates. This is Nepal's second series after achieving the one-day international status. The first was against the Netherlands, which was tied at 1-all. Young players have been given priority in the team this time around. Nepal will play the first ODI against UAE this coming Friday on the 25th of January at 11:15 a.m. Nepal time. The second ODI will be played on the 26th of January, while the third will be played on the 28th of January. Meanwhile, the 3 T20 matches will be played on the 31st of January, 1st of February and the 3rd of February. The 16-member national cricket team that left for Dubai includes 4 new players. However, 3 main UAE players have not been included in the UAE team. Nepal's main weakness is batting, particularly opening. Nepal has failed to put up a respectable total when the opening batsmen do not perform well. The effects of not organizing ODI tournaments in Nepal can be seen in the performance of the batsmen. According to batting consultant for the Nepalese team, Umesh Patwal, who is from India, opening batsmen have problem facing the new ball. There is a possibility that Paras Khatka will open for Nepal in the series. Skipper Khatka says the tournament would be an assessment opportunity. The tour of UAE is also an opportunity to test the performance of the young players. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. Lawmakers of ruling and opposition parties resort to physical resistance in parliamentary meeting. Medical education bill fails to get registered yet again. Appointment of office bearers in Constitutional Council remain non-transparent. Failure to abide by criteria and qualification revealed. Government-appointed human rights group in Zimbabwe accuses soldiers of using systematic torture in a crackdown on protests. And an aircraft carrying Argentine footballer Eliana Sala goes missing. Search operation currently underway. Incident shocks global football community. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.